This part starts, and the sect leader is speaking. It turned out to be another quasi-sacred weapon. No, this aura has clearly surpassed the quasi-sacred weapon. And the elder is saying, don't be too busy to be happy, first let's take down this girl together. And everyone together is attacking the heavenly palace. And this starts causing problems to Linger, and she is thinking, I'm sorry, Senior Lee. I'm too weak to unleash the true power of this treasure. Now gradually cracks start appearing in the heavenly palace. And seeing this, the sect master is happy and he is saying, this girl can't hold on any longer. Let's all work together. Then there is an attack on the sect master, due to which the sect master gets injured. And seeing this, the snack girl gets shocked, and the one who injures her is the woman. She has injured the sect master with her hairpin. And this makes the snack girl angry, and she says to the woman, smelly girl, so shameless. You don't follow martial ethics. But the woman says to that snake girl, you are so shameless. A group of big men bully Sister Linger alone. Now the alliance leader and snake girl move forward to attack the woman. And the alliance leader is saying, I will kill you to avenge my brother-in-law. But the snake girl says, revenge? I think you want to seize the treasure. Then Linger comes to the woman and Linger says to the woman, Qian Ning, don't panic. Let me help you. And Linger increases the power of her heavenly palace. And direct attacks both of them, and the snack girl gets knocked back because of that attack, and she says, what? A quasi-sacred weapon in the hands of a little Xian can actually exert such power. I must have this treasure. Then the woman says to Linger, Sister Linger, are you okay? And Linger says, fine. We can't embarrass Senior Lee. Let's deal with them together. Let's join forces to fight against the enemy. Now both of them get ready to attack him together. And both of them take out their hairpins and prepare to do a combined attack. And seeing this, all three of them stop at one place and start seeing that a lot of energy from around starts going towards the woman and Linger. And a dragon comes out of that hairpin, seeing which the elders are surprised, and nervously say to everyone, not good. All spread out. Linger and the woman have launched their attack on those people. And that dragon moves forward to directly attack all of them. And destroys their flying ship, but they all survive that attack. And seeing this, both the woman and Linger get disappointed, and say, missed. What should I do, Sister Linger? Damn it! Then the alliance leader says to both of them, the two little girls are at their wits' end, so let's join together. And everyone together moves forward to attack Linger and the woman, but then the woman asks them to wait for a minute, due to which the alliance leader gets angry and says, when death is imminent, what else can you say? The woman says to the alliance leader, as for me, I did kill an alliance leader. But it is true that I have no choice but to ask all the alliance leaders to give me, Mu Qianing, some face and please come back. And after hearing the woman's words, the alliance leader gets very angry, and releasing his power he says, how dare you tease us? Court death! This face today. Then the woman takes out the calligraphy written by Li Fan. And the snack girl is surprised to see that calligraphy, and she says, only the legendary level beings in the first heaven can write the decrees of the great Tao. Then the woman says to them, Senior Li gave us this calligraphy in the hope that everyone would value peace and refrain from fighting. Everyone, please come back. And the snake girl says what to do. In front of such existences, we are no different than ants. So the man with two braids says, after being teased like this, just pat your butt and leave? I can't afford to lose this person. Then the sect master says, let's find out first, and then talk about it. And the snack girl shows her fake smile and says to the woman, Miss, I'm the one who just offended you. I wonder who this Senior Li is? But the woman says in the face of the snack girl, Senior Li lives in seclusion in the mortal world and does not care about worldly affairs. You have no right to interfere. By the way, you laugh so disgustingly. And hearing this, the snake girl gets angry, and seeing her angry, the second master and the first master are saying, really, what a disgusting laugh. And the man with two braids is clapping and saying, what a show. And hearing this, the snack girl gets angry, and she says, what do you mean? And the man with two braids says to the snack girl, thanks to the fact that all of you are golden immortals and heads of alliances, you were completely fooled by such a trick. The snake girl sticks out its tongue and says, are you saying that this decree is fake? And the man with the 2 braids says, the decree is of course true. But does the person who wrote the decree still exist today? You should ask these 2 girls. Then the woman says to them, it turned out to be 2 little grave robbers, and today we will do justice to the heavens. You, how dare you turn a blind eye to Senior Lee's decision? And Linger says, it's useless to talk too much, since they want to die. We have no choice but to fulfill it. And the snake girl says, it's not that I don't trust you 2 girls. It's just that we really want to meet this senior. Could it be that this senior is afraid to see us? And the alliance leader laughs and says, perhaps this senior was so scared that he didn't know where to go. Hearing such words from the alliance leader, the woman and Linger get angry, but then someone enters that place. And she is saying, how dare a pack of dogs bark at this place? And both the woman and Linger are surprised to hear this voice, and they are saying, this sound? Could it be? Hearing that voice, the man with 2 braids says, come out if you dare, don't hide and play tricks. And Jiang Shui comes to this place, and both the woman and Linger become happy after seeing Jiang Shui, but all 3 are shocked to see Jiang Su's power. And these people are thinking, this person's cultivation base is still above the golden immortal. And Jiang Shui is staring at those people, and Jiang Shui says to them, I'm here, what do you want? And while greeting the alliance leader, he said to Jiang Shui, it turned out to be Miss Jiang, whom I have long admired. But Jiang Shui tells the alliance leader, you were rude to the seniors earlier, therefore, you are sentenced to death. And Jiang Shui is going to do some kind of attack, and the alliance leader is also going to use some kind of power. Then suddenly a huge snow freezes at that place, and Jiang Shui kills the alliance leader. And seeing this, everyone gets surprised, and they start saying, a golden immortal was wiped out in a flash of a finger. In this realm, even the Earth level interface is impossible. This is just the Xian level interface. Then Jiang Shui says to them, who is next? After all, who wants to die by my hands now? And seeing this, the man with 2 braids starts feeling very scared. He opens a portal and tries to escape. But before he can escape, Jiang Shui freezes him and kills him. Then Jiang Shui releases her power and says, just now you 5 golden immortals teamed up to deal with 2 little girls of the Xianxian generation. How domineering you were. Since you 4 major alliances like to bully the smaller ones, let's go together now. Then seeing Jiang Su's power, the elder bends to his knees and accepts defeat, and he says, I'm willing. We are willing to respect the great decree of that senior, and from now on, we will never use weapons in heaven. And all the soldiers bow before Jiang Shui, and they say to Jiang Shui, we are willing to value peace and never use weapons. And the woman also gets very surprised after seeing Jiang Su's power. Then Jiang Shui says, since Senior Li has given the edict peace is paramount, I will spare your dog's life. Then an elder raises his hand and says, may I ask, are you a student of that senior? But many people get scared by that elder's question, and they say, has the old man gone mad? Don't involve us if you want to die. Ji Yuanqing. Have you gone mad? Don't go looking for death. And Jiang Shui tells that elder disciple, I don't have such blessings. But with senior approval, I can train in his secluded place. And the elder says, may I ask this senior's name? I would like to say a few words of praise later. Then Jiang Shui says, well, I don't know, maybe you can call him Lord of the Skies. And the man is thinking, I'm worried that this terrifying creature is really connected to the legendary first heavenly realm. Then a man comes near the woman and Linger, and while greeting them, says to both of them, Miss, now Mr. Huang of our Xuanzi alliance is dead. If we are not abandoned, we are willing to follow under the banner of the Xiantian alliance. And Linger says to that man, good, from now on, you will obey the orders of the Xiantian alliance. And now this battle is over. And all the soldiers are happy, because now they are not going to die. After this, the woman and Linger come to the palace, and the woman is saying to Linger, thanks to Miss Jiang Shui, the calamity finally subsided. The 2 alliance leaders also contributed a lot. And Linger says the most important person to thank is Senior Li. Then a disciple comes to him, and he says to him, Chairman, There was an old man from Huang Tianzhou at the door asking to meet. And Linger tells him to ask him to come inside. Then the elder comes to them and bows down on his knees. Then he says, I, Ji Yuanqing, have something important to report to the two leaders. After this the scene shifts, and we see Li Fan's house. And at this place the boy is practicing, and he is scratching his head. And Lu Ring says to him, Brother, you've been training all day, and you still haven't rested. And the boy says, I read the words that Master wrote to Miss Qianning earlier, and I felt my own incompetence even more. And Lu Ring tells him, in my opinion, there is nothing better than farming. After this, the elder is speaking, if the situation is urgent, I won't beat around the bush. Have you ever heard of the first heaven? And the first master is surprised to hear this name, and he says it is the number one, who once had a war with the immortal realm. The woman says, Senior Li, do you know? Then the first elder starts telling, I have heard some legends that the lower realm of millions is divided into 4 levels, heaven, earth, Xian and yellow. There are millions of people in the Xuanzi realm and Huangzi realm, but there are very few in the earthly character realm. As for the heavenly realm, only 4 have been born. These 4 heavens were rumored to have the strength to challenge the immortal realm. Later, a great war broke out. 3 of the heavens surrendered to the immortal realm. Only the first heaven could not surrender in a fight to the death. In the end, the first heaven was destroyed and all the legendary supreme beings were killed. And the elder says, however, the first heaven was not completely destroyed. Instead, it was shattered into many small circles, and these small realms will have the word heaven in their names to remember the glory of the past. And after listening to the elder, the woman says, doesn't that mean that Xiantian realm was once part of the first heaven realm? And the elder tells the woman, I come from the yellow heaven realm, and my ancestors left a lot of historical materials about the first heaven realm. Nowadays, the 100 realms are swallowed up by the Xiantian realm, and the new world is also named the heaven realm. I am sure that the Xiantian realm must have been a very important part of the first heaven realm. And after listening to the elder's words, Linger says, so, you want to meet the senior who made 100 realms join. And that elder says, the alliance leader is very smart, that senior is most likely the person my ancestors have been looking for, and I would like to ask the alliance leader to introduce him. Then the second master says, so that's how it is. Don't know why a great person like Senior Li would live in seclusion in this small Xiantian realm. And the first master also says, in that case, Senior Li's game is too scary. This is a timeless game. And Linger says, regarding this matter, we have to ask Senior Li about this matter. If Senior Li is willing to meet you, we will let you know. And the elder says, the 2 alliance leaders are unaware that, according to my ancestral records, once the various fragmented small realms in the first heaven realm merge, then the things hidden in the various fragmented realms will attract each other, and will cause a huge wave. Listening to the elder's words, Linger says, in that case, we'll leave now and let you know as soon as we have an update. After this the scene shifts, and we see a boy. And its name is Xiao Yan. And he is very angry, and he is saying, you insulted my Xiao family today, and I, Xiao Yan, will definitely make you pay it back 100-fold. Then he sees something in the water, and he picks it up. And he starts looking at it carefully, but then that thing goes inside his finger. Seeing which he gets surprised, and he starts asking, what is this? But then he hears a voice. And she says, a ghost? And then a spirit appears in front of him, and that spirit says to that boy, the first immortal general of the immortal realm, Yang Michin. And Xiao Yan gets surprised after seeing that Yang Michin, and he says, what are you doing? And Yang Michin says to Xiao Yan, 100,000 years have passed, why did I wake up? Could it have come out again? Son, do you want to be the protagonist in this world? If you have a destiny today, I will give you a blessing. And as soon as Xiao Yan hears Yang Michin's words, his eyes start shining, and he says happily, Yang, Miss Yang, what can you do for me? And Yang Michin says to Xiao Yan, son, you're too weak, just think of it as a small gift from me. And Yang Michin uses her power, so that Xiao Yan makes a breakthrough, and Xiao Yan says, I broke through the golden core real me. Yang Michin says to Xiao Yan, golden core? It is like an ant in my eyes. Within a month, I will make you an immortal, become an ancestor, and dominate this world. And Xiao Yin bows down in front of Yang Michin, and says thank you to him. And he is saying angrily, Nailin Yenran, wait for me. I Xiao Yin will make you suffer. But Yang Michin says to Xiao Yin, don't be too complacent, if you want to be immortal, you have to listen to me. Follow the river to the ancient battlefield, where the greatest treasure is buried, and if you get it, you will dominate the world. But that side. It's the buried immortal mountains. Then Yang Michin says, Immortal Burial Mountain Range. This name is quite appropriate. Countless immortals were indeed buried among them. And Xiao Yin says the seniors don't know that the Immortal Burial Mountain Range is a forbidden area in Huantian State. And Yang Michin says, with me here, you don't have to fear anything. After you obtain the contents, I will teach you the method of integrating all realms. When the time comes. Then Xiao Yin said to Yang Michin, Mr. Yang, the Huantian realm merged with other lower realms a month ago. Now this new big world is called Heaven, and Yang Michin is surprised to hear this, and says, what? It seems that someone has woken up before me. We must not let him get to the Immortal Burial Mountains first. And Xiao Yin is also ready. Then the scene shifts, and we see each other at another place. And a soldier is saying, Sect Master, the evil spirit flowing out of the Immortal Burial Mountain Range has become increasingly intense recently, and my subordinates speculate that a top-level evil spirit may be born. If we can get one for refining, then our Dark Moon sect will dominate the entire heaven, and Huako will be waiting for. And the sect master says, organize manpower immediately and explore the Immortal Burial Mountain Range. After this we see, there is a painting in a room. And inside that room the sect master intervenes, and the sect master is speaking while looking at that painting, Immortal Burial Mountain Range. Ancient battlefield. But according to ancient records, this place was clearly a Taoist palace. What exactly is there? And the sect master keeps that painting with himself, and tells his followers, follow me into the Immortal Burying Mountains. After some time, sect master comes to a forest with his people. And the sect master is moving ahead, and at the same time the people who are with the sect master start talking. A day of training here is equivalent to a year of training outside. And then one of them makes a breakthrough, and he is very happy, and he speaks. I have broken through the Mahayana realm from the Void realm? And the man starts laughing, but the sect master turns back and tells him, be careful because great excitement gives rise to sadness. There are many upset souls here. Don't let yourself be affected. Then evil spirits come in front of those people, who are releasing a lot of evil energy from within themselves. Those people get very scared after seeing them, but the sect master uses his power and tells his people to follow him. And as soon as the sect master uses his power, that evil energy starts going away. Then when all those people go ahead, they see a lot of skeletons. And a man points towards a place and says, look ahead. What is that thing after all? And when those people look ahead, there is a dangerous evil energy at that place. And at the same time that evil energy is sitting in the chair of bones. And there is a chessboard in front of him, and that evil energy is playing that chessboard. And seeing that evil, the sect master becomes very nervous. Then he starts roaring evilly. And everyone gets scared after seeing it. But the sect master tells everyone that we cannot move from here. Then he says evil, only a young man with a lot of blood can take a chess piece. And that evil one, moving his hand forward, points towards a man. And an evil energy passes through that person. Seeing this he gets scared, but the man goes in front and tries to pick up a pawn, but his hand is trembling very much. But he gathers courage and starts playing chess. But then his eyes start turning black, and his body explodes and he dies.